Okay, people, so after countless delays, right, Wicked Part 1 has finally hit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought I would go and check it out. Jon M directs, and it is written by Winnie Holzman and Dana Fox. The film is produced by... where are we? Okay. Mark Platt and David Stone. It's executive produced by Dana Fox, Winnie Holzman, Jared LaBeouf, David Nixay, and Stephen Schwartz. John Powell and Stephen Schwartz took care of the music. Alice Brooks handles the cinematography. Myron Kirstein edits the piece. Tiffany Little Canfield and Bernard Telsey, they took the casting reins. Production design is Nathan Crowley. Costume design is Paul Tazewell. Yeah, let's get to the cast because everything else is very long. Okay, so Elphaba is played by Cynthia Erivo, right? There is a younger version of Elphaba. Let's see if they have listed her. It'd be crazy if they haven't. They never make these things easy. Okay, so a younger Elphaba is played by Caris Mazangol. Elphaba's sister, Nessa Rose. The younger version is played by Cecily Collette Taylor. The older Nessa Rose is played by Marissa Bode. Okay, so their parents, right? So, okay. Yeah, they, for whatever reason, they do not want to make this stuff simple. It is so crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go somewhere else for this information. Okay, let's see. Alright, this is, very, very weird. Okay. Their dad, Governor Thorpe, is played by Andy Nyman. Okay. And their mother, Courtney-Mae Briggs, is played... No, her mother, Mrs. Thorpe, is played by Courtney-Mae Briggs. Yes. Okay. I am glad we got that out the way. Who else do we have? Okay, so then Glinda, right? The Good Witch of the West? Whichever direction. She is played by Ariana Grande. Okay. A younger version of Glinda. Actually, no, we didn't get a younger version of Glinda. No. Okay, we do have her parents, though. Right, so, her dad is played by Adam James. Right, her mum is played by Alice Fern. So, we then have got Phiro Tiglar, played by Jonathan Bailey. Right, he is dating Glinda. Madame Morbill, played by Michelle Yeoh. Jeff Goldblum is the Wizard of Oz. Right. Ethan Slater is a Bok woodsman. Who ends up dating Nessa Rose, right? Who else do we have? Peter Dinklage is the voice of Dr. Dillamond, right? A goat professor. Piffany is played by Bowen Yang. He's a friend of Glinda's, kind of. Brownie James plays Shen Shen, another of Glinda's friends. Right? Aaron Teo is Averick, Firo's friend. The president of Shiz is played by Sean Prendergast. Miss Kuddle is played by Kala Settle. Professor Nicodic is played by Colin Michael Carmichael. Who else do we have? Oh, Dulcie Bear, who is Elphaba and Nessa Rose's wet nurse, maybe? She is voiced by Sharon D. Clarke. Right? Jenna Boyd is the voice of Wolf Doctor. And Stephen Stanton voices Firo's horse. So, yes, there we go. The gist of the film is Elphaba, an ostracized but defiant girl born with green skin, and Glinda, a privileged aristocrat, born popular, become extremely unlikely friends in the magical land of Oz. As the two girls struggle with their opposing personalities, their friendship is tested as both begin to fulfill their destinies as Glinda the Good and the Wicked Witch of the West. Bum, ba-dum, dum, da-dum. So, right, with this, right, Winnie Holzman actually wrote the musical, right? And the musical is based on the 1995 book by Gregory Maguire. So yeah, instead of basing this on the book, this is based on a it's always a weird one, man. It's always a weird one. Now, I'll say, right, the scope, right, it does look very large and lavish and all of this, right? We start off a bit like the book, right? Dorothy has killed the Wicked Witch. And so we got Glinda talking to all the peoples of Oz, right? They're celebrating, they're having a party. And someone asks her, you know, is it true that you knew the witch? Right? So she relates a little bit. And then someone else, before she leaves, is like, weren't you friends? And then boom, we're into this story. So all of that is done well, you know? And it's, yeah, it looks pretty good. The acting is good. I enjoyed it for the most part, to be honest with you. There were some odd things, though. There were some odd things about this. You know what I mean? I know Nessa Rose is in the stage play and in the book. I don't think she's a paraplegic in the book. And changing that is fine, right? I have no issues whatsoever. The thing is, though, right, there's no one else in a wheelchair, on crutches, or anything like that in this film. So it's kind of crazy that everything seems to be completely accessible, right? She's got no troubles getting around, where you constantly see steps. We don't see ramps or anything like that. So that's kind of odd. The other thing that I don't think is ever really explained, right? Because the Emperor loves emerald. Emerald is the thing. So you would think the fact that everything the Oz, the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, yeah, let's just say that. My man's gone blank, man. Because he loves everything green and emerald, you would think then anything that color is revered, right? So it's like, why the hostility? I don't think that's ever really been explained, But it is something that definitely jumped into my head watching this. I'm like, huh? What? Very odd. Very odd. We have this story, right? There is, obviously, the way they make films now, right? They want to make it mad diverse and everything like that. But every single relationship you see, most of the relationships were black and white, right? And it's kind of tiresome. It's kind of tiresome. I mean, you can show black people in a relationship together, but also, believe it or not, other races are attractive too, right? People fall in love with other races. So why not black and Chinese, black and Indian? Let's mix this up. Does it always have to be black and white? It's so weird, right? And then, you make it diverse and all of this, but you don't really give any of these other, people floating around anything of note. Like Nessa Rose is a bit of a worthless character in part one. Now, we know what she's meant to become, right, in the book and everything like that. But in this, she really does nothing, and so you're just like, okay, what's the point, right? And it's the same with all the other characters. Michelle Yeoh is very good. Her character has a lot to do, but her motivations and everything aren't really built upon. Right? Our characters don't really have any depth at this stage. You know what I mean? Don't really have any depth. Which, the fact that they split this into two parts, you kind of feel that there should be more depth here. You do get to the end, and again, we've had some good set pieces, and some of the songs aren't bad. Right? The first song is good. We get Defying Gravity at the end. Some of the songs are just like, ugh, this is shit. And we got so many songs. There's so many fucking songs. I'm just like, can we call it On the Songs, people? Can we? You know what I mean? So they put all of this in, but you are going to yourself, why the fuck is this a two-parter? Like, after watching this, part one, there's not a lot in it that I'm like, oh, that was so essential. We needed to know that. Oh my God. No, this really doesn't seem to justify the splitting other than the money grab of it all, right? They're hoping, look, the musical's real popular, the book has sold a ton. Book has sold a ton. So if we do a film, it should be mad popular. We'll throw in some big names, you know what I mean? Get the writer of the musical on board to write the script. So if we do 2, we'll double up our cash, right? That's the only thing right now that kind of seems to be the reason. Because story-wise, you do end up scratching your head. You are like, yeah, no. Right, with the, the building and everything like that. Because Fyro, you have to, build this character to let people understand why anyone would like him. Why our 2 leads might be vying for him. You got to do that, because at the moment, nothing. Even Glinda, they haven't really done anything to go, yes, this is why everyone loves her. Because there's a load of people in this, right? So why this one woman? Supposedly everyone's like, oh my God, she's so better than everyone else, right? Like, that's the crazy thing of it. I don't see the why, right? And this is what the film should be building. So, look, the film isn't bad, right? There's always the fear that it's just going to be straight up garbage. But no, look, production design was good. The acting was good. As I say, some of the songs worked. It could have been a lot better. It could have been one film. But if you're a fan of the musical, you'll possibly enjoy this. If you enjoy, right, Jon Chu's other adaptations, right, his other musical work, then you will probably enjoy Wicked Part 1. Now, we've got to wait until this time next year for Part 2. But it is what it is. Okay, so Wicked Part 1 is out now in a cinema near you.